Hey guys, it's Austin with Out Jeeping. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to change transfer case fluid in your Jeep. Now in today's video, I'm going to be doing it on my 99 Cherokee behind me, which is equipped with the NP231 transfer case. But this process is going to be similar on a lot of Jeep models and maybe some truck models too. Basically, the procedure for this is just to drain it from the drain plug and fill it with a fill plug. So if your style transfer case is like that, this is going to be very similar to follow along to. So let's get started. Alright, so now that we're underneath the Jeep, as you can see right here is our 231 transfer case. It's bolted to the back of the transmission and it's got two drive shafts sticking out of it. And as you can see right here and here, we have our drain and fill plug. And to start off with, I'm actually going to take a little bit of WD-40, just a spray, and hopefully it penetrates in there. Because this is actually steel and aluminum housing, and those two together like to corrode a lot. So let that soak for a little bit, and then we're going to start by taking the fill plug out first, because if anything happens with the fill plug, if you have it all drained out, you want to at least be able to maintain fluid in there. So always make sure to take out the fill plug first. So after that's been soaking for a while, we can take our 3/8 Allen, which is the size for these plugs, and then we can go and take it off. Sometimes it might have a little in there, so just be ready. My rear suspension is actually sagging a little bit, so the rear is a little bit lower, which explains why it's coming out. And then we can go and proceed to take out the bottom plug. This one's a little bit more tough, but we managed to get it free. Make sure you have something to catch that so those go all over the place, like it did for me. And that's not too bad of a color actually, it still has a little bit of red. But, you know, usually in the lifetime of a vehicle you at least want to change this once. Alright, so what I did right there was just to jack up the rear of the vehicle so that it actually sits level. I got really sagging springs on the rear of this vehicle, so that's why some of this actually came out of the fill hole, because this was already leaning back a little bit. So I just leveled it out with the jack in the rear, and hopefully when we fill this up, we should get the correct amount of fluid into the transfer case. So once it slowly starts to stop dripping, we can take our fill plugs and thread them back into place. Now instead of an impact and tighten this up, I'm just going to do it by hand, that way I don't over torque it. And I'm just doing the drain plug for now until we fill it up. Right there's good, nothing crazy tight. Alright, so to fill this up, I'm going to be using ATF4. Make sure you look up what's recommended for your transfer case on your vehicle. But this is what I'm going to use for mine. And for mine it takes about 1.5 quarts. I just got this 4-quart jug right here that I'm using from, so I should be good. I'm going to be using a little pump today. You don't have to. If you have like little quart bottles, you can, you know, put them up here and squeeze until fluid starts coming out of the top fill hole. That way you know how much to put in there. Start pumping and then start filling it up. Alright, as you can see, some of it's starting to come out, so we can quickly grab our drain plug and stick it in. Take the extra and just pump it back into the container. Now I'm going to go ahead and tighten up the fill plug. Can wipe that all off and then we're done. That's pretty much all it is to it. Alright guys, that's pretty much all there is to it. If you have a filter inside, you can possibly change that out too if it's easily accessible. On my model with the NP231, it's actually not. You actually have to split open the case and get it from that way, which is really not worth it unless you're doing an SYE kit, for example. Then would be the time to do it because it's only like $5. So that's what I did in my other Jeep, and it wasn't a big deal at all. But for the most part, you're just going to be changing out the fluid like we did today, and as you can see, it was pretty simple. So if you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe to the Out Jeeping YouTube channel to help keep these videos coming. And as always, if you have any questions, make sure to comment below and I'll be happy to answer. So until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.